last all. Any other big island, that thing can walk. Any cut the cat and bring the young Matilla, and after the go down down, and then got it so safe. Any to not tell you about Kangala, need to get here down. That's really good.
So, at the invitation of Kathy O'Hara, I'm about to come here for the first time in Big Island. So I'd like to thank to Kathy for organizing this thing, and also to all of you for coming here to listen to me. Thank you so much. And also.
Anything that training I got to Nasuya La, any book of media, logic, song.
So Kathy asked me to speak. Kathy asked me to speak about the Tibetan traditional Tibetan Buddhist healing. So I'm going to speak on that topic, how it works. If I'm going to speak, if we talk about Tibetan Buddhism, it's a vast subject of many volumes of texts about medical treatises, texts like studies that. So it takes almost 6 years to be studied for the real students, like that. And then I'm going to speak briefly about all aspects that covers everything. Like give you a general idea of how it helps. If I speak briefly about myself, perhaps you may be curious, but this is a little humiliating. Speak myself, so I'm the 5th reincarnation of my this lineage that I'm holding about Tibetan medical practice. Right. And out of these 4 previous reincarnations, four previous reincarnations, 4th was very amazing. And then this 4th reincarnation of my previous reincarnation, he studied Tibetan medicines from the Paltul Yenden Gyatso, our great Tibetan master, medical doctor. So he meditated for 12 years in the mountains in the Zana Rinjanta in Tibet. And then after studying this 12, after meditating, or basically maybe studying and meditating, contemplating like that, so the medicine Buddha appeared to him. So he became one of the first, most famous, well-known medical doctor, Tibetan medicine doctor from the east part of Tibet. So because as a reincarnation, and also because the imprint from that, maybe I have, maybe don't, because of imprint that thing, and also as a Kagyu lineage doctor, so I've been traveling around holding their traditions of Tibetan medical traditions or practices or healing arts. When I was small, I was raised as a Satya school of Tibetan Buddhism, entered into Satya monastery. I learned my medical studies, medicine studies, when I was a monk in a Satya monastery in Tibet. And because the karmic relation or connections from previous life or like that, I happened to be in a Kaju monastery, in a Paltul monastery. So I met an elderly monk, a lama there in that Kaju monastery, in Paltul monastery in Tibet. So the Lama said, I had a dream of meeting you for the first time with the water in the hand, water in the hand, and then when he was coming out, then Lama was holding a water. So the Lama said, it's very auspicious that you have a connection with something like that. So in front, so with him, I studied Tibetan medicine, and also with his care, food and everything. So I studied like 4 or 5 years under him. And then I went back to Satya my monastery in Tibet. No. Then Tai Situ Rinpoche, one of the highest Kagyu lineage master, so he recognized me as one incarnation of a Kagyu Lama. So since then I become a Kagyu Lama. So I was recognized as the reincarnation of that Kagyu Lama, and I was enthroned and put in a seat like that. And after that, I was holding the seat, and after that, I escaped to Nepal. While I escaped to Nepal, I came to, because of my previous karma or connections, that I ended up in the Kagyu monastery, it's the Kongdul Rinpoche's monastery in Kathmandu, Baudhanath. And then I got the opportunity to be there for 3 years and study. No? And at the instruction of Khenpo Tsuldim Gyamtso, a great Kagyu master these days, and then at his instructions said that I was contemplating medicine Buddha for 1.5 years, like medicine practice and medical practices, in the meditation practices. Yeah. So because of the Tai Situ Rinpoche and Khenpo Tsuldim Gyamtso and Trangku Rinpoche, so I got the opportunity to travel abroad and serve the people who needs my help. Because of their blessings and the opportunities that they gave me, so I was able to help the monastery back in Tibet to restore or renovate or the training, all these things, practices. Because of their blessings and help other people around the world, wherever I try to help them, So I was able to build a monastery and also the retreat places for the elderly people or young people who wants to do retreat in Tibet, and also medical hospital. Yeah. At the instructions of these high lamas like Karmapa, Trungpa Rinpoche, and the Sunim Gyaltsen like that. So because of their instructions, I'm making a like Tibetan medical school in Tibet, in my area, in Tibet. I started 2 years ago, and still it's going on. The school is still under construction. So this is my brief story about myself to you. So wherever I go in the west or east, whatever the I church for the medicine is all that goes to my monastery and the hospital and the medical school constructions. And I always pray that my medicine and my healing, always pray that the patient get recover. Pray and making aspiration prayers. So always pray that they get healed or recover. All the money that get from the sick people or those people, we all goes to the school, medical school, traditional Tibetan medical school, and as well as the hospital in the nomadic area where this medical care is hardly exist. So this is a brief life story about myself. Now I'm going to speak briefly about how the origin of Tibetan medicine and how we the formulation and practices of the Tibetan medicines. Now. The origin of the Tibetan medicine, first it came from India. A great sage or yogi asked Buddha directly that all the beings have a lot of sufferings and sicknesses. What would be the best to help them in what solutions or help? What would be the best help to recover these suffering beings? So beings have so much sufferings and sicknesses or diseases like that, and then he requested beings have this kind of sufferings, and the Buddha, after his enlightenment or nirvana, after his enlightenment, first spinning of the Dharma, the wheel of Dharma, first spinning or first teaching, he taught about the medicine Buddha. From that onwards, then Tibetan medicine was started, and then Tibetan medicine was originated. And later there was a great Tibetan emperor. His name was Trisong Deozen. At the time, Guru Padma Sambhava, great Indian yogi, and then he was born on what we call lotus born. So he was born in India at the time.
Then kids born sato ke then so put my job the danger both
At the instruction of the Tibetan emperor, this Khenchen Shanta Rakshita, king, the emperor, invited Padmasambhava from India to Tibet.
so Nita Sanjay Uzum you told you think about that
And later at that time, Yutok Yunden Gobo, a Tibetan great master who was more of a real reincarnation of a medicine Buddha appeared, was born in Tibet.
so Sanjay Mayor Slave Hangni, the Jugate Talajimaris.
Right. So at that time, this great Buddha's teachings on medicine, like treatise on medicines, the 4 sutras on Tibetan medicines, was translated at Samya Monastery at the time. And from that onwards, the Tibetan medical tradition was spread to within Tibet itself and beyond. Because of the blessings of Buddha and also because the blessings of Buddha, the medicines, this medicine has more like a healing, more energy of healing power, as well as it's a lot of blessings in it. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. So because the blessings and teachings, since the medicine is formulated, or Tibetan medicine is like formulated according to the Buddha's direct teachings, according to his recipe or program like that, so the Tibetans consider it very holy pills. So before they eat, sometimes they prostrate to the bed salutation or the prostration, pay respect to the medicine itself as a holy statue, then they take it. So because of that reason, that whatever we do in Tibet, there isn't hardly anything that is without the connection with the Tibetan medicines. But sometimes we call lamas getting pills, like lamas blessed pills, like that kind of thing. It all come from that from medical texts. This is how the origin of the Tibetan medicine is connection with Buddhism, interlinked to the Buddhist science. So all the Tibetan medicine is made out, formulated or made from many different plants and flowers. So all these flowers or plants are identified by the Buddha himself, and it's already in the text. So these plants or the medicinal plants, medicinal herbs, or these medicinal flowers, these are all identified by Buddha himself with his clairvoyance, with his like power, energy power, and not with like a modern science technological methods. So it's all through your spiritual practice, realization, and then developing clairvoyance. Then he become omniscient. Then I can quickly identify those kind of things, right? So there are like regarding the pills, medicines, there are about like 5,000 different kind of like medicines in Tibet, Tibetan medicines, like either pills or flowers or powder or plant, all the about 5,000. Yeah. So now how we make the medicines, like Buddha has clearly instructed. So it says collecting the flowers, plucking the flowers, how to make the medicines, right season, right time. Buddha clearly instructed. And Buddha said, like, you have to pluck the flowers, medicinal flowers, according to the season or the time. So before you pluck the flower or collect the flowers, the plants, medicinal plants from the mountain, you have to get permission from the local mountain deities, like that, and also through offerings or the ritual pujas, right? We have to get the offerings. You know. When you seek permission to them, we have to or do an offering as a ransom. As a ransom, we do have the offerings and then seek permission, right? It's like after offerings, then you are asking for something. Then you are basically permission, asking them to something. So we got asking for permission to collect the flowers or plants. Because of that reason, that it has more blessings and more energy. Because we sought proper permission without like kind of stealing things like that. If we don't do offerings without permission, it's like stealing from the mountain, right? So if we pluck the flowers without any permission, so that has no real value or energy, spiritual energy in it. So because if you steal something from other people, then you think you are the stealer feels that he's rich, but actually he becomes poorer, not rich. No. So this is the reason we have to seek permission from the deities to collect the flowers with the permission and with the right offerings, like that kind of things. And that's the reason that our Tibetan herbal medicines, medicinal has more, we believe there's more power or energy. So when you collect, also pluck the flower, after getting the permission, offerings, ransom, then we also do these medicine Buddha pujas, ritual pujas, right? So ritual puja, and with the recitation of the mantras, then they go to pluck the flowers, medicine of different kind of plants or flowers. And when we collect the flowers or pluck the flower, medicinal plants, we have to make sure that we don't make mistakes in choosing the right mountain, right, and which right directions which it faces to south, east, west, north. Sometimes we have to pluck the medicine which flowers which here with the sound of the rivers sound, flowers which is close to river sound. We have to pluck those kind of flowers. So medicines for especially inflammation or heat or fever, for that kind of medicine flowers we pluck from the mountains towards the east, facing east, and then and cold temperatures with cold, like cold flu, cold like cold sicknesses like that. We have to pluck the medicines from the north mountains, from the north, facing the north, which we say cooler. And the neutral is from the east and south. Neutral temperature. Our body has neutral temperature to heal. To bring it to neutral or balancing, then we have to get the flowers from the southwest like directions. So after plucking the flowers from these mountains, then according to the right season, then we have to wash that flowers from the rivers from that very mountain. So when we, although we pluck the mountain flowers, it's itself very clean and crystal clean, but still then we wash, because to clear our doubts or suspicion, we wash it with to cut through our doubts. So we wash it, but when we wash the flowers, we wash also with medicine chanting, medicine Buddha mantras. Wash it. We cannot wash like and then keep it immediately like this, right? Medicines like 30 kind of ingredients. Some has like medicine flowers, some has like 20, sometimes like 8, like that. So according to different kind of recipes, we make according to the different kind of sicknesses, diseases like that. In the Tibetan medicinal text treatise, the major problem, our source of our sicknesses is like lung, the wind, and spleen, tiba, like the bile, and the flame or something like that. So these are the three main things. It has to be balanced. So balancing the 5 elements in the body. So these are the 3 most important things that is the root of all the problems of our health. The wind, energy, wind, and then bile, and then also the flame, right? Flame and then magnum, okay. Okay, so yeah, yes. So I'm going to tell you how we formulate or make the medicine. For example, bile as one example. Problem with the bile as example. Yeah. So when it comes to bile problems, that's connected to liver and spleen, like bile problem. So we have like medicines like 40 Not right. So we have like many. There are 4 or 5 different kind of medicines we made. Some has like recipes of like 40 different kind of medicinal plants. Some has like 50 plants. Some has 8 like plants. Some have like 25 like that of like ingredients, different kind of medicinal plants mixing together. So example, so there are many ways how we make the formulate or make the medicines, but I'm just going to